Welcome to the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. DeeDee's reactions, videos and live things. DeeDee's reactions, she's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Keep it real, keep it DeeDee's reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDee's reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Welcome to the show. Everybody is Dee. I'm glad you're here. Let's get into some things. I hope you're ready, cause this is what I do. It's all about different perspectives in here. Where you gon' get the real, no BS in here. We keep it real as we can. You can tell your truth and feel comfortable here. DeeDee's reactions, videos and live things. DeeDee's reactions, she's about to put on a show. These reactions, just to let you know, like, share, subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Keep it real, keep it DeeDee's reactions. What you gon' do? DeeDee's reactions. We about to go live. Subscribe. We about to go live. It's DeeDee's reactions. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
I don't ask for ever, I don't ask for fate. Yeah, just one quiet moment before it's too late. Yeah, you don't even know it yet. I'm just passing through, but somehow my whole world keeps circling you. Maybe one heartbeat, one breath, one chance. Say what words never can. I wish I could kiss you once, just once, and let time stand still. I swear it cover a lifetime of lonely. Pretty brown skin, beautiful brown eye, holding galaxy behind every sky, behind every sky. If I never get forever, I'd still call it enough. One kiss from together, what? I'll live a lifetime of love. You move like a memory I somehow had to live. Every smile you carry feel like a quiet gift I never came to own you. Never crossed that line. I just wonder sometimes what your hand feels like in mine. Some dreams don't need answers, they just need a plate. I wish I could kiss you once, just once, and let time stand still. I swear it cover a lifetime of lonely. Pretty brown skin, beautiful brown eyes, painting daylight across the night. If I never get forever, I still call it enough. One kiss from you, I'll live a lifetime of love. Yeah, I'm more time to get friend. I'm more time with it. Yeah, I ain't tryna rush fate, I respect every line. Never cross yours, just be crossing my mind. Funny how a stranger can feel like home while the whole world still leaves you alone. I don't need the spotlight, don't need a parade. Just one real memory that never would fade. Your brown eyes hide the stories nobody can read, and your smile lost on my soul doing things that don't mean. Maybe it's nothing, maybe I'm dreaming too much. Maybe I forget every hurt from one touch. If love never calls my name, most to say it's alright, cause I live a whole lifetime one good night. Some people chase forever, I'd settle for a second. Some moments weigh so much they become a lifetime. If all we ever share is a dream inside my mind, I'll keep it where loneliness can't rewrite the ending. I wish I could kiss you once, just once before the night is gone. I think it'd heal the empty years behind me. Pretty brown skin, your beautiful brown eyes, you turn silence into sunrise. If forever never finds us, I'll still be grateful, be grateful. Still be grateful because one kiss from you could cover every lonely mile. I don't need tomorrow, just one perfect night. Pretty brown skin, beautiful brown eyes. One kiss and now I carry it for the rest of my life.
What up, YouTube? Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody watching. Listen, I hope y'all are doing well. Happy Friday, y'all. I'm in the building, baby. It's a miracle, child. It's a miracle that I am here in this, that I am live today. Happy Friday to you guys. Happy Friday to all the ladies and the gentlemen who support the channel, y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Listen, as you come into the building, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also, put a 1 in the chat real quick if y'all can hear me good. If the audio is good, put a quick 1 in the chat, y'all, if y'all can hear me good, please. I'm not going to keep y'all too long this Friday, but I wanted to make sure I show my face. 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me good. Shout out to everybody who supports this channel, everybody watching, everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all so much for being here, y'all. We have a few topics we're going to go over, y'all, and I'm going to let y'all get out of here and enjoy your weekend. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who have been watching the videos posted and who have been supporting the channel via Super Thanks. I appreciate y'all for that. So make sure as you come into the building, you are supporting via Super Chat, you guys, or Cash App, because that actually helps the channel to grow and build the channel up, you guys. So if you want to support, you can support in that way as well, if you can, all right? But in the meantime, in between time, hit the like button. That definitely helps the channel to grow as well, right? Shout out to Roman Hill 35 in the building. Shout out to you, Lorenzo Redmond in the building. What's going on? Night Call 411. What's going on? How you been? Aze Duke 101. What's up? What's good? Cases and Cam 86. How are you? Ryan from the 8. What's going on, Ryan? Shout out to Perception is Reality in the building 6769. Thank you so much for being here. P Jones 8189. Frank G Life. What's going on, Frank G? How are you? I hope all is well. What it do 713 in the building. Good to see you. I'm a long time subscriber, but my first time catching you live. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting. I appreciate you. What it do 713. Thank you. Tomcat in the building. Shout out to all of y'all. Mystical Harmonizer 1118. What's going on? What it is? Jamal Phillips. Shout out to you. Killer Mike in the building. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank y'all so much for being here. Deep Soul 7418 says, hey, Dee. So we're clear. It's the passport pookies and deviants, not the real passport bros. However, it's still a problem that must be dealt with. Listen, we're going to talk about it. I want y'all to tell me because, listen, I don't really be into people business that much. I know I have a strong opinion of what I think, but I don't follow people like that. Once I get off of here, y'all, it's the real world. You know what I mean? So I don't catch everything. So that's why when I do see stuff, I'll bring it up and I want to get y'all opinion on it. So yeah, we're going to talk about it. Y'all let me know what's going on because I have a video clip about the passport bros and y'all tell me what it is. Okay. Either way, I'll give my thoughts on it of what I think about the passport bros and we'll do that in a video. What's going on, Roman Hill? How are you? So we're going to hop into it, you guys. Y'all can hear me good. Very good. Make sure you hit the like button as y'all come into the building, all right? So there's this video clip. Now this is a Kendra G clip. I know how y'all feel about Kendra G and the ratchets on that show, but this was a ratchet moment that I'm bringing back. So this is an older video that I stumbled across, and I wanted to bring it back because it just shows you the level of delusion that these women have, and to me it says a lot about how they move, how they think, what they expect from men, what they expect men to accept from them. And to me, that's part of the reason why we have such an issue in the dating market. That's just one of the reasons. But I want to play this one because this was one of those ratchet moments, y'all. And when I pull it up, y'all, a lot of y'all probably are already familiar with it. But if not, just follow along, baby, because this was just crazy. And Kendra G called it out because it just didn't make any sense. But you would think that grown women would have the common sense enough to know how to maneuver and how to do things. But a lot of times they don't. They move in the most reckless way possible, but they want high value men who gonna look at them as a queen and a princess and treat them so great. It's just insane to me. But anyway, it is what it is. We can't change it. At this point, we can just bring it to the awareness of some and then let people decide for themselves. So we're going to hop into this first clip, y'all. Y'all definitely let me know what you think in the chat and also support the live stream as well. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, what's your name?
Shania.
Shania, where you calling us from?
Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio's in the building. Shania. Columbus, Ohio. How old are you?
I am 30.
30 years old. Do you have any children?
I have 2, and I also have custody of my niece.
Okay, so 3 kids live with you?
Yep.
Okay, how old are your kids?
13, 3, and then my niece is 9.
13, 3, and 9. 13, your children, do they have the same dad?
No.
Was you ever married?
Nope.
Why are you not with the 3-year-old dad?
So we have the same birthday, and
You look at us on the...
I hope it's not my Wi-Fi, Kendra.
I think, no, girl, I apologize. I think it's mine.
Okay.
All right, so let's try it again. So why are you not with the 3-year-old dad?
I'll be totally honest and transparent. So my youngest daughter is a one-night stand baby. We co-parent well. We just didn't take it anywhere after the one-night stand. Yeah.
I knew something about her when she wasn't afraid to show her stomach on camera. I'm just saying that when you're not afraid to show your fat like that in public, anything is possible. That's just my opinion. You know, the same way they say men view fat, overweight. I'm gonna say overweight women as easy targets. That's the way I feel about people who just go outside with their big stomachs just showing. They have no shame in the game. So anything is possible. Child, you don't know what you're going to get because they have no shame. So if you got a big stomach like that and you walk out with a bra top on or showing it and you have don't think 2 shits about it, I'm scared of you. You know what I'm saying? Like that means you don't, anything is possible. That's scary to me, but that's just me. That means there's no tact, there's no decorum, there's no self-respect. You just walk out any old kind of way. You know, it just is what it is. Let's continue.
Yeah, like
Y'all don't wear condoms in one-night stands?
I mean, I can explain to you the story if you want to.
I want to hear it.
Okay, so I was in a relationship with a guy for 7 years. That was my longest relationship. We broke up and I let loose. And yeah, I definitely should have used protection, but it was my birthday. It was his birthday. We was drunk. And yeah, we made a baby.
Okay, well,
I believe in abortion, so she here. And she is a blessing.
I appreciate your transparency. Okay, so y'all co-parent well?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah, we go ahead sometimes.
Tonight, you got to get situated with us. So you moving a lot, you looking around. So you got to
the Pisces in me. I'm a pacer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to decide what you're ready to do. Okay, here we go.
Let me have a seat because I'll keep moving around.
Okay. So this is Shania in Columbus, Ohio. 30. What do you do for a living?
I'm an Uber and Lyft driver.
Uber and Lyft driver. Who picks the music? The driver or the passenger?
I keep my music on what I want to hear. They can request the song and I will play it, but I play what I want to listen to.
I got into it with my Uber driver one time. They told me, pull out your headphones because I'm not changing the station.
No, see, I ain't like that. I'll pass you the aux cord if you got a request.
Okay. All right, Shania, when's your birthday or zodiac sign?
March 14th. I'm a Pisces.
She's a Pisces. All right, so Shania, Columbus, Ohio, 30. She has 2 biological kids, and she's also taking care of her niece. She's an Uber and Lyft driver. What kind of man are you looking for?
An honest man. It's very hard to find honesty out here. And yeah, somebody who knows what they want out of life, like somebody with a plan, a man with a plan, and an honest man. Everything else can be worked with.
What are some deal breakers for you?
Baby mama drama. Yep. Dishonesty. Bad breath. And not and terrible communication skills. People.
Ashy Foot Productions. I like your name. That's funny. Ashy Foot Productions. Thank you for the super chat. Says from one to another. Salute to Kendra G. Grift. Get that money, child. Thank you for the super chat, Ashy Foot Productions. I appreciate you, and thank you so much for being here, child. That's funny. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Let's continue.
That communicate to respond, but not to listen and understand. I don't like people like that.
Do you have baby daddy drama? Why are you getting?
I do not. I don't have baby daddy drama.
Where are you going now, Shania?
I'm mixing. I'm flipping my chicken. It's just right here. I'm sorry.
Oh, you cooking?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know she can cook, child.
And I can.
In the meantime, does the guy have to look a certain way?
I'm big on teeth and hygiene, so can't have jacked up teeth, can't stink.
Can't stink. Could he have kids already?
So y'all can judge me if y'all want, but if he has kids, I would like for him to have full custody or the mother not be in the picture.
Is your children's dads in the children's lives?
My youngest child's father is. They're both in their life. My youngest child's father is in her life more, and my oldest child's father is in her life less.
So why would you want a man that can't have the setup that you have set up?
Because my baby daddies don't give me no problems. One of them I barely know, so we don't have those kind of problems. And the other one, we've been doing this for almost 14 years, so those problems are gone.
Do they each have access to you whenever they need because y'all co-parent a child? Like he can reach out to if the child's sick or if he wants the child, right?
Yeah, like what? Yes, I'm not one of those. Mm-mm.
So, I mean, we had a dope guy on the show, and he explained sometimes, well, he has no kids, why he wanted to date a woman with no kids. And he was like, he'll never be number one when you date a woman with kids. And then there's other men that can always access this woman because they share a child together. So what might not be drama to you, a guy still has to be able to conform in that manner.
And that's true. And that's fine. If you don't want to deal with what I have going on, please don't waste my time because I'm very transparent about what I want, what I, expect from my partner. So if you can't do that, please just go on.
Okay. So you'd rather have a guy with no kids, basically.
No, I'm down to have a guy with either no kids. I would actually prefer them to have kids so they know how to, deal with them. But your baby mama drama, there can be no baby mama drama, like none. The first sign of it, I'm out.
And what's baby mama drama to you?
Just ratchetness. You know how some baby mothers can be, like just calling 90 million times. Always got their hand out, don't have nothing going on for themselves, still want to be with the child's father. It's, we know what baby daddy and baby mama drama is. I don't have a problem with a good co-parent.
Well, everybody don't know what baby mama. Thank God I don't know what baby mama drama is. Me and my husband, we have our kids together. And I think the best way to avoid any potential baby mama drama is to have children with your husband. That's how you avoid that. Keep your legs closed for a man who's going to commit to you. And I know that might be hard for some people, everybody, but at least don't make no babies. Use protection, contraception, all the type of pills and everything they got so you don't get pregnant or keep your legs closed. And have children with a man who is your husband, somebody that you really plan on spending the rest of your life with. That can avoid you having to deal with any type of baby mama, baby daddy drama. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't do that, but that's the problem. That it's become so normalized that you think the other way is toxic and the way that they're going about it isn't, but it's always a toxic circumstance. You gotta, worry about the baby daddies and the baby mamas. If you ain't making children with people who you really don't want to be with, that wouldn't be a problem. Making babies in one night stands and all that, it wouldn't be an issue. Pharaoh, what's going on, Pharaoh? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says she has a PhD in dumbassery, child. And Pharaoh, I know you remember this one, child. This is a hot mess. If I have never seen one, Thank you, Pharaoh. I appreciate you once again. Let's continue.
Relationship. I encourage it, if I'm with someone who in the past, when I've been with people with baby mama drama, I've encouraged them to get better with that situation. But it's draining. I don't want to do it no more.
I'm about to say, it seems like you've been through something with that situation.
So the last guy I was with, I know one of your questions was when it was.
What do y'all think that if she's really looking for a man and he's watching her appearance, y'all think the man would be attracted? Are you attracted to what you see? I'm not even being mean because I don't think she's ugly in the face, no. But would you see this woman and be like, I want to date her? Let me know. Any men in the chat, if you see this woman, would you be like, I want to date her? Would you give her a chance? Let me know. Because I just feel like this is why I think women and men and just people in general need to work on their appearance. How could you come on screen with your stomach out like that? Like, not even put together and think that a man is going to find you attractive. Like, that's why I said we have, and you know what? This is why I give kudos to Ashley. Shout out to Ashley Dalton because, she's talking to people about leveling up their appearance and how they look and stuff. And I think we need that. That is something that is definitely necessary because women are walking out here with their bodies all out, whether they're in shape or whether they're not. And they don't know how to wear clothes that's fitting to their body types. Everybody don't have the hourglass body type, whatever. You have to wear clothes that fit your body shape and body type so that you can look more presentable. But they don't care how they present themselves. And they talk about looking for a man. There's no way in the world I would come on any podcast, go outside, be seen anywhere in public with my stomach all out. And I'm talking about I'm looking for a man to meet my requirements. That man, most men gonna look at you and be like, hell to the no. So yeah, how you present yourself is super important. You know what I'm saying? Like, goodness. I just don't understand how they don't see that. How you don't see that? I don't care if I was overweight, and had a stomach like that. I would be presentable, covered up. Like, how they feel? And listen, I'm not saying you can't feel good in your own skin and love yourself as you should, but that's still a way to present yourself in public, especially if you're looking for somebody, That's just my thing. And I'm not even trying to be mean. I just don't understand how people could do that. Quantum Solace, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you so much for being here. Says, shorty ain't even transparent her weight. Shorty ain't even transparent her weight. She has no room to talk about transparency. Oh, transparency. Okay, I get it. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Quantum Solace. I appreciate you once again. I would feel uncomfortable just letting myself just go and just be out there like that. You know what I mean? And some people are very comfortable just walking out with flip-flops, crusty feet, all that crust on the back of your feet, showing it, toes jacked up, big stomachs out, bra tops, titties sagging down, ashy knees and legs, cellulite everywhere, all big, just loose all over the place. Like, you don't think maybe, because I'm not even talking about a person being overweight. I'm talking about how you present yourself when you go out in public. Whether you're overweight or not, there's still a way to carry yourself and dress to look presentable to anybody. Like, some people just don't care. They don't feel uncomfortable doing it. I would not feel comfortable standing there with my stomach out like that. And then some people, they just don't have no type of shame at all, at all. Like, I just don't get that. Thank you once again, Quantum Solace. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
It was your last relationship. It was a year ago. It's coming up on a year at the end of August. But he was a pretty good guy, but he wasn't a stand-up father. I was kind of blinded by it because it was a new relationship and everything. But I kind of got to see what they were talking about, the baby mamas and why they would be mad and stuff like that. And ultimately, that's why we ended, because it's just like, your baby mamas are mad because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But you over here doing it, which is weird. And I can't respect that. So, take care of your kids, and maybe in the next lifetime we can try this again.
Okay. Let's go to appearances. Did the guy have to look a certain way?
No, like I said, I don't. As long as you keep your teeth clean and your mouth clean and you smell good, I'm cool with that.
What about, does he got to make a certain amount of money?
Pharaoh Ishmael, thank you for the super chat. Pharaoh once again says, to be honest, she's a maybe. Okay, ciao. I be in a bedroom with her and pretend she Jill. Okay, I don't know. Wait, I didn't see that last part. Okay, because I'm about to say, oh, okay, you gonna give her a shot? Okay, no, you gonna pretend she's Jill Scott? Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, because I'm about to say, oh, all right, but no, you go. Okay, gotcha. You gonna pretend she's Jill Scott? Okay, noted. Oh Lord, makes sense. Thank you, Pharaoh. I appreciate you, bro. Cause I'm about to say, oh, you give her a shot. Nah, okay, nah. You're just gonna pretend she Jill Scott, baby. You can't make it up. Thank you, Pharaoh. Yes, Lord. Cause I'm about to say, not you, Pharaoh. Let's continue.
No, I mean, you better have enough money to take care of yourself, because unless we real deep into it, I'm not taking care of you.
Okay, you've been doing it kind of all night because you've been standing up, but let's officially do the Kendra cam. Okay. All right. Okay. Shania, so your last relationship, you already told us about that. Why do you think, when was the last time you was intimate with a guy? You don't have to answer.
Okay. I said I was going to be honest when when you asked this question. Today.
Who'd you have sex with today?
Somebody that I'm dating.
So you're dating somebody?
I'm dating.
So you're looking for more people to date?
No, I'm looking for Mr. Right.
But so dating doesn't become Mr. Right? It doesn't have opportunity? So you're dating a person right now?
I'm dating people right now.
Oh, you're dating people. So, I mean, you're single, you haven't, which is fine. So you had sex with a guy today that you're dating. So why can't this guy, what's wrong with him to be your boyfriend?
Nothing. He haven't asked me.
Then why are you sleeping with him?
Because I was, I have needs.
Do you want a boyfriend? I mean, do you want a solid relationship?
I do want a solid relationship. Yep.
Yeah, ma'am, but this is not the way to go about it. See, this is the part that women get pissed off about. Because this is the way women date. And then they be like wondering why they don't get a man to take them seriously. No, because the men that you're dating, you're just busting it open, probably letting them raw dog you and everything possible. And then those men don't look at you as a serious, type of chick. They don't look at you in a serious relationship type of way, because you just letting them bust it down with easy because you have needs. And you don't require anything from them. So you don't require commitment for them to get into the draws. You don't require a relationship. You don't require marriage. You don't require anything. So why would they choose to be with you when you just are something they can bust down when they get lonely or they get hot? Why would they pick you as a special option? Why? When they could just come and ram through you whenever they want to, and you okay with that? And then why are you letting this man run through you, and then you on her show looking for a relationship, and not realizing that the men watching this, they're not gonna view you as a viable option, baby? And I think this is why these women are forever single and just forever be, ran through situationships. This is why they always in these transactional situationships, because that's what y'all have reduced yourself to this. You can't blame men for that. You can't blame men for that. It's your fault because it's your choice. If you allow these particular men to run through you and do whatever, they gonna do it, baby. You can't blame the man because you allow it and say, oh, well, he shouldn't have did it. No, it's your body. You make the choice of who you want to run through you, do what they want to do with you without no commitment or anything like that. That's all on y'all. Y'all make that decision. And I say, listen, if nobody is taking anything from you and you're giving it freely, it's on you. You're accountable for your actions. But these women like to make, I'm dating multiple guys and make it seem like, I'm not sleeping with them. No, that's bullshit. A lot of them do be sleeping with these guys because you want something out of them. And you think that by sleeping with them, you create the transaction. I'm sleeping with them, so I need something for you sleeping with me. Women set those standards. Women set the tone. Hey, if I'm giving you my body, I need some type of money. You need to be paying me something. You need to help me in some kind of way. This is not a new phenomenon. This is how women have been thinking for years. I can recall this as a younger woman, even a teenager, hearing women say these things. That if you're sleeping with a man, he should be offering you something. He should be willing to do. But y'all create the transaction. You create the standard. Men are following your lead because you are the one in control when it comes to your body. So if you allow them to sleep with you, no priorities, they don't have to have any, there's nothing that they have to offer. And the only thing you can say is, hey, well, you've been sleeping with me. Hey, I need a few dollars. You can help me with here. And they might do that because you've created the transactional agreement. Oh, if you want my loving, then I need something from you. You didn't require marriage. You didn't require a commitment. You didn't require a relationship. So why would they view you as a viable option? No, they're going to use you till they tired of you and they find somebody else. And then they move on. And then you still stuck out here single, body count being ran up. You're looked at as a 304. You're not looked at as anything special by a man. And that's why these women end up being single. And then you accumulate these children on the way. So now you're a single baby mama with no options. Nobody looks at you as a special option. They just look at you as, a good time. That's it. Good time, Kimmy. That's it. And then y'all be out here talking about, where's my king? I've been waiting for years and you gonna keep waiting, child. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's continue.
Listen, it's your life. You gotta live it. After this exchange, we'll probably never talk again. But I do think this, and people give pushback, but I don't think it's a bad rule. If you desire to have a relationship, maybe not have sex until you're in a relationship. And then this way you can know if this could mature into a relationship. If not, you'll just have a whole bunch of energy of men that you're potentially sleeping with, and it's not going to grow into anything. You say you want something outside of what you currently have, so maybe you got to try something different to potentially get that.
Right.
Maybe. I will take your advice. And I will also say that I'm not sleeping with multiple people.
Well, you're the one that presented it, so you say you're dating.
I just told you the truth. You asked me when. I told you when. I told you.
You told us. You didn't have to.
Hey, I hope it's not my wife.
Wait, who was that in the background? We saw a guy. Who's that in the background? Who's that in the background? Speak. You can talk. You've been talking to me the whole time.
I told you who it was.
That's the guy you had sex with today?
Wow.
So the guy you had sex with today is in your house, and you're on my show looking for a new guy?
I'm on your show to tell you that I'm single, and if I find
you're on my show to look for a new guy because that's what this show is about.
Okay.
So
I'm on the show just to put myself out there. Yes.
Yeah, you're on this show to meet a new guy. That's what the show is about. Let's be clear.
Okay.
We're not going to circle around the fact of the show.
Right.
You come on the show to meet whomever. If you're into women, you're into men. So you want to meet a guy while you have the guy you slept with in your house. What kind of quality man you think is going to hit you up?
I'm just being honest.
I'm being honest too. What kind of quality man you think is going to hit you up?
I don't know. You tell me, Kendra.
Not one.
Okay.
One. Thank you.
A man will hit you up that want to have sex with you, but not a man that's going to take you serious. Not absolutely not. There is no man that's watching this right now, a quality man that's going to hit you up and take you serious with the guy you slept with this morning in the background while you on this show. And if that,
and I bet she don't have a relationship with that guy because he's looking at this too. Damn, we just got finished doing the and you on a website trying to find a new ninja? What? You know what I mean? Like, are you trying to throw hints at him or what? That man be like, damn, she already on to the next. Like, he ain't gonna take you seriously either. Quantum Solace, thank you once again for the super chat. Says, it's mind blowing to me when they are already getting bust down while calling themselves looking for a man. This is insane. What sensible man in his right mind wants to entertain this foolishness? None. They, when they saw her stomach exposed on national TV, they wasn't gonna take her seriously. Quantum Solace, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Like, come on now. Like, this is ratchet. This is why I call it ratchet behavior. But there are a lot of women who move this way. They may not be on here, but they move that way. But they don't understand why they're not getting the men that they want. Let's continue.
That's what you desired, and that's what you desire. It's your life. But you're gonna have to own up to the fact that you got a lot of stuff to get together. Very trifling. If you want to attract a trifling guy, then so be it. Give him your Instagram page or your Facebook page.
So I do want to know what makes me trifling for.
Girl, you on this? Okay,
this guy is not my boyfriend, and he knows that.
Yeah, you had sex with him today. You think that makes it sound even better?
I mean, no, it doesn't make it sound any better. But he is the only one that I'm sleeping with, and
that's fine. What I'm telling you is, any guy worth anything that has his stuff together is not going to take you seriously.
Right?
A guy, listen, but you're going to get a lot of men that's going to reach out to you because they're going to want to have sex with you. They see how you get down.
Right.
So
how do I get down, Kendra? You don't know the history with me and this man.
I know enough to I know enough to know the guy you slept with today is in the background. So any quality man that is concerned about the woman that's on his arms, that's going to take him around his family, his friends, his co-workers, is not going to wipe you up in a situation like this. Now, men will hit you up, but they're not going to take you serious. So if you want that man, give him your Instagram page. It's your life. But no man that has to represent something in life. And because I think sometimes what we don't understand is quality men and quality women, they think about how you represent them.
Right.
And they bring you to certain environments. Okay. But men are going to reach out to you because they see how you get down. So if you want...
Yeah, and not only that, look at this. Like, just looking at that, most men are like, I don't know. I don't want that follow me looking like that. Like, what? Like, I'm just saying. Like,
men to reach out to you, give it to them. It's your world.
Nope, I don't want them to reach out to me at how you putting it, but thank you.
Can you understand that though? Okay, well, say goodbye. Look, y'all can say I went hard. No, I don't even give a damn. I don't even give a damn. You going at some point in time, I haven't said it in a long time, but law of attraction is real. You get what you are. Period. So I stand by everything I said to her. Men will reach out to her. No man that's going to take her serious. And that's just that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just that. I mean, Kendra was on point with this. Nightcall 411, thank you for the super chat. Says, as a man, I'm supposed to show her more respect than she does herself. No, and see, that's the problem. These women want you to see something in them that they can't even present to you. They want you to dig deep and find the good part of them. Ain't nobody got what the hell they think men are. Like, what do they think this is? What man in his right mind got time? Thank you, Nightcall 411. I appreciate you, sir. A man shouldn't have to do that. They want you to dig deep. Well, if you don't see my work, then you don't deserve it. Baby, ain't nobody, this ain't 21 questions or whatever they got, a guessing game. Ain't nobody got time for this shit. What you present yourself as is what you gonna be looked at as. Your perception is reality. What you put out there is how people gonna view you. Ain't nobody got time to look deep below the surface to try to pull out the good shit in you. And then on top of that, you don't want to show who you are and the qualities that you have. You don't want to bring nothing to the table. Y'all are out here looking ratchet as ever and think y'all deserve rich men. Like, this is so delusional, child. It is crazy as hell, y'all. Every single day we are met with this foolishness and this delusional mindset, and it's more and more younger women are adapting this mentality, and the older women are not telling them that this ain't working for them. And she really don't get it. She really don't see how that makes her look bad. Just think, oh, because we're in today a new society and women could be hoes and it's acceptable. So let me jump on a bandwagon. Let me just pull my big belly out and I can show I'm a hoe and I can get me a rich man. Like what? It's just so delusional, y'all. It really is. This is why I always say women are the ones who have to do the most work because they're the most delusional. They're the most delusional. Nightcall 411, thank you once again for the super chat, says she wants a man with standards and values, but this is how she treats herself, right? And they don't think men see it that way. They think men just see, oh, she's an upstanding woman, she could cook and all of this, but she'll screw whoever. Like they don't put the pieces together, but they're the most educated, but they're so slow when it comes to dating, relationships, and men. It's insane. Thank you, Nightcall. I appreciate you once again. From quality men who would introduce you as his missus. Right. I mean, they don't get it. They don't see it. They don't see it. They think, I don't know what they're thinking, child, but we can clearly see that it ain't working. You know, you have to have some boundaries and standards and morals and values and respect for yourself. You know, that I know that seems like a lost art in today's world. You know, that's not a big deal, but it still is a big deal. This is why a lot of these men are moving, which is going to move me right on to the passport bros. Why a lot of these men are leaving the country, going to try to find other women already. Why they're even thinking about going other places to find more suitable wives or suitable women for relationships and marriage is because the women here are so caught up in this delusional mindset. And it doesn't help you. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to say it in a bad way. It just doesn't help. And if you want better, you got to do better. You just can't expect to be as ratchet as you want to be and still want the most from the highest caliber of a man. It doesn't work that way because those men have choices too. Perception is reality 6769. Thank you for the super chat. It says chaos like this is why I've been focused on self-improvement and traveling the world. I know that's right. I know that's right. Shout out to you for that. That's right. And I think that's what men should be focused on because all of this is not worth it until you can find somebody that's actually worth it. Focus on yourself. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Yeah, it just Pharaoh. Thank you for the super chat once again. Says stank assery is the new trend that will lead her to the end. Child. It's a hot mess, Pharaoh, for real. And y'all see it all the time. I know y'all probably tired of this. And tired of seeing it, but it's everywhere. And there's a new person adopting this mentality every single day. And it's insanity. Thank you, Pharaoh. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, it's just a hot mess. But I want to go ahead and get to this little clip that I saw about the passport bros, actually. And this guy is talking about the passport bros. But I want to know your thoughts on it. What's going on with the passport bros? Y'all tell me, listen, I don't fully know, but I want to play what this guy had to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Here we go.
All of y'all baby daddy,
oh, it's kind of low.
Husbands, cousins,
come on,
brothers,
get louder.
uncles, and daddies was all in Cartagena this weekend. I traveled to Cartagena to meet one of my friends who was traveling from Ecuador just for the weekend. It was my first time in Cartagena, and my God in heaven, y'all did not lie about the passport, bro. Baby, I got off the plane. I didn't know where I was at. It was black men as far as the eye could see. I took a little video while I was in the immigration line. They was grouped up and duped up. You hear me? The line was at least 2 hours long to get through immigration. I promise you, and I'm not lying, right hand to God, they probably had 5 women in this immigration line. Everybody else was black men. And I said, oh, there's a story here. I mean, they was coming in groups. The group that was in front of me was a group of 10, bitch. A group of 10 that had came from Philly. How I knew they was from Philly? Because I could hear their accent. I could hear them talking. I was looking at them in line, downloading Tinder. I said, them people did not fucking lie. Now, this is my first time in Cartagena. I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking, I've been to Colombia before. I've been to Cali. But I didn't think that I was coming to the Hoe Fest. But that's what the fuck was going on. And anybody with a peon, any type of peon of a brain could see what the fuck is going on down there in Cartagena. When you walking down the streets, the women is literally pulling on you, winking, calling you pop. They trying to get it. They working, and they paying for it. They paying for it. They down there buying coochie. I was so embarrassed standing in that immigration line because I could just feel the people that's from Cartagena looking at us, because I'm in the fucking line too. They looking at us saying, just look at them lined up to come buy some cat. All the way in South America. Y'all, y'all didn't lie. I thought y'all was lying. I thought y'all was bitter because, these black men is out here traveling and they got their passports. And that's why I was just so happy that black men just had passports and they was, seeing the world. No, 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 no. Them motherfuckers is lined up to go participate. And you know what? I ain't gonna say too much on here. But all I'm gonna say is y'all was right. And I apologize. I have never seen nothing like this in my life. Child, they was walking the streets of Cartagena in packs, like a packs of wild dogs, looking for cats. I'm speechless. And it's all ages, from 17 up to 70, bitch. They out there hunting in packs, looking for cat. I was blown away. And as I'm listening to them, like as I'm in these lines and I'm listening, because I'm nosy, bitch, I want to listen. I'm listening to them talking about how they travel throughout Colombia and they go to these different cities and they don't like this city because of this and this city because of that. Y'all. I can't believe it. I cannot believe this. I didn't want this to be true, but it's true. Unfortunately, it's true. And one last thing before I go, they all had on these fake chains. You could tell they were so fake because they was so bright. They were supposed to be like silver or platinum, but they was just so fucking bright. They looked like fucking aluminum on their neck. And everybody had these fake diamond chains on. I said, I don't want to be here. That's what I got off the plane. I said, can we bring me back, bring me to another destination. I don't want to be here because this is a lot.
Okay. He gave his opinion. Now, what do y'all think about his opinion now? Listen, my opinion still stands. I don't give a goddamn what these men choosing to go to Cartagena or anywhere or any country for. That's their business. If they could go out there and get them some coochie from the women out there and the women want to give it to them, what's wrong with that? I mean, hell, that's their choice. They're not asking. The only way I would see it as a problem if they're asking you for the money to do it. If they're begging other people for money to travel, okay, I would ask him, what is he traveling out there for? What you in Cartagena for? You out there too. So what they're gonna assume you out there for the coochie too. But clearly we know that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? You out there for something else. I'm just saying. But what's the problem? I don't see the problem still. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Maybe y'all have a difference of opinion. I don't give a damn what they're going out there for. Whether they're going out for coochie, whether they're going out to find a woman, find a wife, or relationship, whatever. If they're going out there and they're paying their own money, is it illegal? Right? They can get a passport and go wherever they want to go. The same way anybody else could get a passport and go in and sleep with the locals, right? Or sleep with strangers overseas. Like, people could move and travel how they want to and go for whatever reason they want. I don't see the problem. You see what I'm saying? That's their business. Hell, even if they're in this country and they can't get no coochie, but they go out there and they get some, well, aren't they getting what they want? Didn't they find a way? I'm just saying, like, what's the problem? These are not minors. Now, if you're talking about underage people doing something or doing something, then now that's a problem. No, these are grown consenting adults, right? And if they're spending their coins to go and do what they want, why do other people have such a problem with it? I don't understand. What's your problem with somebody else choosing to do whatever it is they want to do and they're not bothering or hurting anybody. What's the problem? Azuma Swala, thank you for the super chat. Says, what's wrong with going where you're appreciated? Nothing. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. There's nothing. I don't understand. To me, they're solving their problem. If you're here, thank you once again for the super chat. I appreciate you. If you're here and you want to get some female attention and these women don't want to do it, well, shouldn't you figure out a better way to get what you want? And that's what they're doing. The problem is there are a lot of women here who are mad at the passport bros because the passport bros aren't giving them that attention. They can't finesse them and trick them out of their coins. They can't give them their ran through cooch for a dollar amount because they're overinflating their coochie worth. And the men are saying, baby, we don't want that ran through cooch. We don't even want to pay for it, baby. We're going to go over to Cartagena and we're going to go over and get something that we feel is more worthwhile. That's what I'm gathering. And so the women here can't get the coins out of the dudes. You can't get them to trick on you because you're obviously too thirsty and you're requiring too much. So like, well, hell that. I'm going to go where the dollar can be stretched a little bit more, right? I'm just saying. If that's their choice as grown men and they're not hurting nobody, they're not taking advantage of nobody, what's the problem? I'm just saying, that's what it sounds like it is to me. And I don't think that's all men are just going for that. There might be some men who are actually looking for something more stable, but they're trying to make it seem like it's that. And I'm saying, even if it is that, who gives a damn? As long as you're not committing no crimes, you're not hurting anybody, you're careful. You're not just willy-nilly going over here. Just, be careful. Watch what you're doing. Wear some protection because you don't know, those women ain't always clean either. Like, you got to watch what they look gorgeous, but they might be burning real bad and you don't want that. I'm just saying. So be careful. Wear protection. Don't just go out there all willy-nilly not protecting yourself. Be careful. Because just because it look good don't mean it's always good, It could really be hiding a secret, and you don't want no parts of that. So be careful. That's all I would say. But as long as they're not hurting nobody, they ain't blaming people, they ain't doing all that, why do people care? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. They don't have a problem going to Jamaica to look for green card babe. Right. Yeah, it's a hypocritical thing. Women like to point out, or anybody like to point out what men are doing, but when you turn it back around and say, hey, y'all wasn't saying that when y'all was on the rafts with the men slapping that white shit on your butt, I'll never forget it. I will never forget it. They smacking that white stuff all over their big asses, and they right there just, in heaven, and then going back and getting, some fun time afterwards. And a lot of these women are known to go to these specific places to get, their backs broke in because they don't have a man or, and they've been lonely for years. And a lot of them go to them other places and fool with those men on them boats, and they be giving them a little one too. And some of them be paying them for it too. They don't like to talk about that, but a lot of them are doing the same damn things. You're desperate, old cougars out here looking for a good time with these young foreign men, these strapping, muscly, foreign men. They looking to go and for these men to break them off because they ain't had none in 10 years. They got tired of, getting them cats in their bed and doing what they be doing with them cats. I'm just saying. And they getting tired of using them roses and those fake artificial things. They want some real meat. And so the easiest way to do it and cover it up is to go to them foreign places and let them foreign men go over and break them in, and they be rejuvenated and they come home happy as a mother. Some of them got husbands too, because their husbands ain't really doing nothing with them. So they go over there to get broke off. They don't like to talk about that, but that's a reality too. And you grown or whatever. Okay, so if you can do it, why they can't do it? I've heard that before. But it's just crazy. Like why can't they go and do what they want to do in peace? Perception is reality, 67, 69. Thank you for the super chat. Says the sisters been going to Jamaica, letting Winston and Romario rub the limestone on them. Listen to I don't know what that is, VYBZ cartel supervisor. I don't know what that is. But you're right. Yeah, you've been doing that. And it's not just black women, other races of women too, them old cougars who they're washed up, they don't have no options at all, and they're just dry and lonely. They going over there too and getting that young strapping men to give them something and make them feel whole again, Hell. And nobody is saying anything about that. Thank you, Perception is Reality. I appreciate you. Shit. Why men gotta feel bad for going over to get what they want? Quantum Solid says, I am sick and tired of these plantation bros always riding another man's glory. You never hear anything they say about Billy Bob, right? Always tripping on what brothers are doing. Right. Black people are always at the center of attention of everybody else. We are at the center of attention of everybody. We're always on everybody else's minds. It's always about black people. That shows you how special we really are. Everybody focus on us and can't worry about what we doing. But everybody else could do it and do whatever, and nobody blinks an eye or says anything. You know, you're right. Thank you, Quantum Solace. I appreciate you. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see what the problem is. That's just me. And I see other people complaining. I'm like, who cares? Azumazwala, thank you, says, we all know how Stella got her. Exactly. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Perfect example. That they want to, and they're watching that. You know, everything is a movie for a lot of women, y'all. If y'all didn't know, everything is a fairy tale in the movie in their head. So how Stella got a groove back is exactly what they're doing. They put them thick braids in, the thick braids like Stella, and they bring their ass over there and they want to get their groove back for sure. And they're doing it. So if you want to get your groove back, maybe these men getting their damn groove back. Maybe they're going over to have them a good time and don't have to spend an arm and a leg to do it. I'm just saying. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Night Call 411 says, remember, Dee, all men are generalized, right? All women are the exception. Anything a man does is villainized. Anything a woman does is liberated and empowerment. And that's some bullshit. Exactly, Night Call 411. I think it's some bullshit. It don't work like that. But yeah, that's how they want it to work. I just think we got to change that narrative. That's some BS. No, they always want to criticize what men do, especially black men, but you can't criticize a black woman at all. Because I'm a black woman, I'm excused from the criticism just solely because I'm black. Are you crazy? I can do whatever I want and say whatever I want. It's supposed to be acceptable. But a black man, oh, hell no, he can't get away with anything. Like, that's some entitlement for you, you know? Thank you, Night Call. I appreciate you. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just so stupid. I'm not for that. I'm really not, y'all. I'm really deeply not. You know, I'm all for doing what you want to do, but do what you want and be accountable for what you do. And stop trying to blame everybody for your choices. And then when you don't like the outcome, see, when everything is good, if you're a single mother and you raise your kids and your kids are the great, and they go to college and they do great and get good jobs and take care of you and all that. Oh, the woman gets the accolades for that. She gets to benefit from how good of a job she did. And that's great. But let the father, if the father was raising the kids and the kids, same outcome, they're great, good kids, good jobs, show love to the father, respectful, all of that. Oh, somebody gonna try to challenge. Well, you know, the mother has something to do with it too. No, she didn't. It was the father. The father can't get that same respect as the mother. This is insanity though. This is crazy though, child. But this is why nobody want to deal with these types of women, because it's just getting to a point where people are just fed up. Pharaoh says they think AZZ gave a new definition to broke back mountain, child. Child, Pharaoh, thank you, Pharaoh. Yeah, it's mind blowing, but the good thing about it is, thank you, Pharaoh. I appreciate you once again. The good thing about it is social media exists, and there's some good and bad and the ugly when it comes to social media, but social media has exposed the true nature of women. Social media has really exposed how women think and how they move. So men get it. Men have taken it and ran with it, and they're not dealing with them. And it's a problem for a lot of these women, whether they want to admit it or not. They can't finesse men the way they once did. In the 80s and 90s, and probably before that, they were able to finesse men because men thought women were more innocent. A lot of men have admitted it on my very channel that men thought women could do no wrong. They thought women were just these innocent creatures and they wouldn't cheat or they wouldn't do this. Especially if you met a nice woman. Oh, you don't think that she would do that. And then she showed you better than she could tell you. No matter how cute she is, no matter how innocent she presents herself to be, oh, she could be a savage. And don't give a damn what you say, think, and have no regrets, no feelings about it whatsoever. And I'm not saying that's all women, but a lot of women will show you, and a lot of men have been in positions to see it all play out. They see how women can be, you know? And what's the saying? What's the saying about a woman scorned? How'd that go? Ain't nothing like a woman scorned. There's more to it, I think. If y'all remember that quote, let me know, because I can't remember these quotes to save my life. Something about a woman scorned. They've been telling you for years. That's an old quote. It's letting you know that if you piss her off, oh, she could go to the deepest depths of the earth to get you back. And you thinking, oh, she wouldn't do that. Shit, I tell you she will. Shit. So yeah, they basically been telling you, but a lot of men been missing it. Perception is Reality says, did you hear when Brittany Cooper said on Oprah Winfrey Network, she can't lose weight because of Trump administration and the race gender inequality? That big black lady, is that who you talking about? I think I do know who you talking about. Yeah, I just thought it was just ridiculous. That you can't lose weight because of the Trump administration and race gender equality. You got to be kidding me. You got to be out your rabbit mind. But once again, perception is reality. This is the foolery that they try to put out there, and they want you to believe it. They want this foolishness that they spew to stick. They want you to eat up every word that they say and believe that, even though you see how stupid it is. Girl, get your ass in the gym and stop eating Twinkies and Little Debbie's. Trump, no matter how you don't like Trump and his administration, well, that ain't got a goddamn thing to do with you being big as a house. Come on now. Come on. This is so stupid. Well, the food we're in 20, and if that's the video I'm talking about, that was either out last year or the year before, a few years ago. Talking about we don't have access to the food, and that's a lie. These food inequalities or whatever they be talking about is a bunch of bullshit. You can have food delivered to your house. I know, because I do it a lot. You can have fruits and vegetables delivered to your goddamn house. You don't have to eat the Little Debbie's. You don't have to eat the cupcakes. You don't have to eat the Dong-Dongs and the Twinkies and all that other ice cream and all that other stuff that's keeping you with the big back. Just be honest about it. Listen, I like snacks too. My husband used to call me snacks when we were married years ago, in the beginning of our marriage. He used to call me snacks. I like snacks too. But I know there's a limit to the snacks that I can eat. If I don't want to be a big back, I got to kind of watch how many of the snacks that I eat. And I know how to bake snacks too. So I bake cakes and pies and cookies and stuff too. So I know how to make a snack when I want it, which, by the way, is a little bit better if you make it yourself versus the packaged ones at the store, just FYI. Y'all probably already know that. But there's still no excuse. If I eat too many of the baked goods, I know I'm going to be a bigger back than I want to be, right? But listen, even if I do eat it, I understand that ain't my husband's fault that I've got a big back. That ain't the Trump fault because I got a big back. That ain't society's fault because I got a big back. That's not a man's fault. That's not the lady down the street. That's not the people at the store. That's not it ain't everybody else's fault because I chose to eat myself into oblivion and become a big back. That's my fault. But this is the delusional state that some women are in. And they really be believing the stuff that be coming out of their mouth. And they think you stupid and you should just accept that and be delusional like them and just, yeah, you're right. Trump has made it hard for us big girls to lose weight. Oh my God, we can't stand him. Let's blame everything on him. He literally is making us want to eat all this stuff. Yeah, he took us to the store and bought it for us. Right. He's forcing us to take our debit and credit cards and wallets and go and buy it. Right. He forcing me to eat it too. You can't make it up. It just don't make no sense. Thank you, Perception. It's Reality. I appreciate you. Child, this is so stupid, though. It really is. It really is, y'all. Night Call 411. Thank you for the super chat. Says, if a woman gets the outcome she wants, empowerment and a queen. If a woman doesn't get the outcome she wants and her choices comes with cons, she can use mental health, young and naive, was manipulated, but nothing's ever her fault. Exactly. I had to put that ever in there because that's how it comes off. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Nothing. Thank you, Night Call 411. I appreciate you for the generous super chat. Yeah, but it's true. You hear it. They dance all around the truth. They don't want to take accountability. It's always somebody else's fault. But once again, they could do that all day, but this is why a lot of men don't want to deal with women in general. Thank you, Night Call. I appreciate you. They don't want to deal with women in general because of this foolishness. Men would rather just go jerk off, and go play video games and not even bother with them because they see the foolery. As soon as you start talking to a woman, you could tell if she on some BS. And I bet men just check out. If I was a man, I would, as soon as I start hearing, oh, because I make 6 figures and I'm an independent woman, girl, all right, I ain't got time. See me, okay, check, ma'am, I got to get the fuck out of here. God forgive me, I'm sorry. I don't mean to use cussing, but I got to get out of here. I don't got time for this shit. You already starting off wrong. I'm out. Peace. Have fun. I don't want to hear all this spiel about you getting multiple degrees and you're independent and you got a CEO and you run multiple companies and businesses and you drive this and you've been taking care of yourself since you was 18. Girl, please. No man don't want to hear no shit like that. That's already throwing them off. They want to know other qualities about you. That tells me right there you're all on this independent stuff and nobody don't want to hear that. Because you in a relationship, it ain't about being independent. It's about working together. It's about the two of you. It's not just about you. So if they starting like that, you already know where that's going. Yes, thank you, Philip Gaines. Have no fury like a woman scorned. Right. Tells you everything you need to know about most women. Piss them off. Get them mad. It could be for the slightest thing. They're going to take it all the way there. That's what that means in my opinion. They're going to do the most damage that they can and they don't care. They don't care about anything else. You know? And so, yeah, that's not a good thing. You know? Trump force-fed them chicken and stopped them from going to the gym. Right. He forced that. And Mazwala, not even chicken, baby. He forced them. That chicken might not be bad. There's protein in chicken. No, they ain't getting no protein. They ain't getting nothing with any benefit. He fed them Twinkies, Ho-Hos, Little Debbie's, all donuts, ice, all of the sugar, all the stuff that's really bad for you that'll make you a big bag. He ain't fed them even no chicken. He fed them the real bad stuff over and over, force fed you all day, every day for you to become a big back and you didn't go to the gym. You just sat there and complained about him, the cause of you not losing weight. Make it make sense. So yeah, once again, I don't see anything wrong with the passport bros are doing. I really don't. I don't know why people are all up in arms. Them are grown men, baby. You can't tell a grown man what to do. Just like you can't tell a grown woman what to do. These people are going to do what they want to do, and they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're grown. You can't tell grown women what to do. They'll tell you in a heartbeat. Why you in a grown woman's business? Why you in grown men's business? Let these men do what they want, regardless of what they're going out there for. They're paying to go out, and that's their business. That's how I see it anyway. If you're going out there getting into trouble, committing crimes and things like that, I would say, nah, that ain't. Why are you going way to another country to start some committing crimes and doing crazy things? Now that is out of pocket. But if you're just going out there and you're not causing any harm to nobody and this is consensual behavior, what's the problem? That's all I'm saying. Let's move on. Y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure you are hitting the like button, y'all. Let's move on. I want to get to this next clip, and I definitely want you guys to chime in. So make sure you hit the like button, y'all, and chime in and let me know what you think of this. Here we go.
I'm not gonna lie. When a black man walk outside, it's no love in this shit for them. Like, everybody's against them on every corner. I'm talking about they gotta watch out for police killing them. They gotta watch out for people in their neighborhoods killing them. Like, they have so much things to be afraid of. And it's like, where's the love when it comes to these niggas? Like, where's the love when it comes to black men? Like, if their parents probably don't even show them, most likely, because a lot of people grow up without dads. Mm-hmm. So if you only got your mama and she's a woman, so she don't know how to love you correctly or teach you things a man should. If a man don't have nothing to show them how to give love, how they gonna know how to love? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do they learn how to love from? You know what I mean? Like, who shows them love? You gotta be taught something in order to give it. So like, if all these black men are walking around not being given love, then how they gonna know how to love people? And I'm not gonna lie, it does bleed into us because they end up hurting us, and then we create men and hurt them. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it is all just a domino effect.
These niggas got
now because the first young lady was actually bringing up a really good, legitimate point, in my opinion, that a lot of men aren't taught certain things, or they're given or they're taught the wrong things. She was bringing up a really good point, how a lot of men are just trampled on or belittled or talked down on without ever really caring about the history or what they've been through, the lack of knowledge that some of them may have. And I'm talking about like young men. The fact that they didn't have fathers to teach them and they only had their mothers and they needed their fathers. I thought she brought up a really good point that needs to be addressed, but a lot of times we know the focus is never on issues of the men, but always focused on the issues of the women, and the women are always coddled and given excuses, but there's never an excuse for a black man. We just talked about that. There's never any empathy for black men and their plight, because a lot of men don't talk about these things. Women are more open to talk about their issues because they get sympathy. They know that people are going to empathize with them and be understanding of their perspectives. But men, there's no real point for a man to talk about what he's been through or whatever, because all they're going to tell him is, be a man up, handle your business. There's no empathy for what men go through. And I think that that's a problem. And a lot of men don't want to be put in this, feel sorry for me category. Men don't want empathy and sympathy because they know as a man, that's not going to help them. But if there was some guidance, that they get from either mentors or other men, I do think men gravitate to that, but there's no real sense. And this is why when women talk about emotional intelligence from a man, you want men to just spew their guts out to you and tell you all their deepest, darkest secrets. That men don't do that because you can't help them with that. If anything, you're going to use it against them. You don't even know how to nurture that in a man. Most women don't. They think you're lame or weak if you express yourself, even though they tell you, you should do it. No, it's a trap, in my opinion, to get you to open up and say it, and then they turn around and use it against you. No, it's a trap for the wrong women. You know what I'm saying? So I just think, and I ain't even always say for the wrong women, but I think women in general, because a lot of women aren't taught how to empathize with men. So quite naturally, you'll end up using that against him, and that men don't thrive in that type of environment where when that happens, it pushes them away, in my opinion. And I just think we need to focus more on the nature and the health of men, because men are our leaders, and we need to focus on getting to their issues and finding ways to help them and nurture them and with things that they've gone through, because they're not as vocal. And once again, society does not focus on, especially black men, healing and things that they need. When we talk about men getting it out the mud and literally have to figure this stuff out for themselves, that's men. Black men and men in general are the ones who have to figure it out literally for themselves. They don't have a whole bunch of support groups and a system designed for them. No, they literally have to create something for themselves and go find it for themselves. But women don't help in that way in many cases. They really don't. They only hurt the situation. So I thought this first topic that this one was bringing up was a good thing that she pointed out, that men, have to worry about all these things and nobody even cares. I think that's sad, but she was onto something. Now, the next lady, she's bringing up something totally different. And I just don't know, when they say these things, they don't realize where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to play what she's saying because it points back to the women, Perception is Reality says, thanks for your support as a pro-black brother. I'm convinced my black queen is abroad, out the country. Basically, that's what you're saying. Thank you, Perception is Reality. I appreciate you. Thank you once again for the support. Check this out.
Female tendencies.
They do.
Overly.
Yeah.
Like, something is wrong with these niggas. Like, I think it's some shit they put in the food personally.
I do too. Oh my God. I be seeing that.
It is. It really is. All of the chemicals, all of the preservatives, everything they put in this food is playing with their hormones.
Yes. And I've been peeping, like, I ain't gonna lie, niggas be having baby ass dicks lately.
Yes, they dicks getting smaller. They don't have no Adam's apple. It's changing their genetics.
Where is the Adam apples? I miss seeing tall ass skinny niggas with
dark,
big ass.
no Adam deep voices. They not tall no more. Like, they just want to do bitch shit all day. Sit in the house, feet kicked up while they old ass grandma mowing the line. Like, literally.
The grandma on the line, bitch.
Girl, what?
Feet kicked up on social media. You just want to be on social. You just a queen. Niggas with Twitters? Why are you tweeting, bitch? Why are you not in the field, bitch? Get in the field, bitch.
They sound ignorant as hell. The girl with the blue sound like she from New Orleans. She really do. She seemed like she has a New Orleans accent. But baby, that's still delusional as hell. I don't care. And the thing about it, if there's, you got to think about what you say before you say it. If there's something in the food, you think it's only going to affect men? Don't you think it's going to, if it's going to affect the male hormones, don't you think it's going to affect yours too? Don't you think it's going to affect you then the exact same way? So if there's something in the food that's causing men to be feminine and cause them to have smaller male parts and, cause them to not have an Adam's apple, cause them to be short, cause them to act bitchy, well, what is it going to do to you? It's going to have some effect on you too. I think that was just some of the dumbest comments I've ever heard, honestly speaking. Just lost and confused. You know what I'm saying? No, if they're acting bitchy and they're like that, why? It's because they're mothers, right? Because the mothers are raising them. They don't have fathers teaching them how to be men. That's why. So it goes back to the single parenting. If you want to wonder, or if you ever wonder why men are more feminine these days, because they're raised by women. They're raised in the matriarchy. It's their mama, their aunties, their grandma. All their girl cousins. Ain't not a man in sight. Have you ever seen some of these little boys raised in these female-led homes? They come out with their wrists out like this, honey. And they be switching and they be talking like women because that's all that's around them. Like what? Like that's what's all around them. They're learning these female tendencies because that's what they're raised around. And if they don't ever have a man to grab them and shake them and say, get it together, nigga. Man up. This is what you need to do. They're going to grow up with these female tendencies. They're going to talk like women, act like women, and move like women. You're just not a man. So that's really where it come from. And the stuff in the food ain't making them more feminine. It may be doing something else to killing you, but it ain't making you feminine. That's the mamas and all of the women that's raising them. That's making them feminine. Y'all got to realize, get some sense in your heads. Like, shit, that don't make no sense. Inspirational Truth, thank you for the super chat. Says, yeah, that sounds like a Nola accent. It does. Yeah, she sounds like she's from New Orleans for sure. Thank you, Inspirational Truth. I appreciate you. Quantum Solace says, do these delusions know that we can all eat the same food in the States? Maybe they don't know, Quantum Solace. And they always talk about take away the podcast mic from the men. No, take it away from some of these women. They're like bird brains for real. I'm just saying. Thank you, Quantum Solace. I appreciate you. Yeah, it just don't make no sense, y'all. That was just one of the stupidest things to say. The first girl was onto something that needs to be talked about and is noteworthy. But this whole other thing, men have female tendency, yeah, from their parents, the mothers, the women who raised them, the Bonnet Crew Sisterhood of America, Wait, no, the Bonnet Crew Sisterhood of Society. I don't know. I switch it up. I go between. There's two of them. Bonnet Crew Sisters of Society and the Bonnet Crew members of something. Child. Bonnet Crew members of society have taken over. And then they complain about men being feminine, but y'all are the ones who raised them. Y'all are the ones who raised them. So you made them feminine. You had a baby, didn't say they didn't need a dad. Or we could raise them by ourselves, right? And then when they're feminine acting like you, now, oh, these boys got a problem. Well, y'all chose to make these children and then think that they needed men in their lives. You're not a man. You can't raise a man. Man needs a man to raise a man, to teach him. You don't know what it is. Y'all think y'all know what it is to be a man, but you really don't. Leave that to the men. Child. But anyway, make sure y'all are hitting the like button. Please hit the like button, y'all. We got about 71. We close to the like. 77 watching and 71 likes, y'all. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, y'all. So that was a delusional conversation. Let's move on. Check this out.
What happened to growing with a man? A man doesn't have anything. He's planted and you watch him and y'all grow together. It seems now everybody wants already grown. The fruit, I can just go pick the apples or the pears or whatever the case, the fruit already. Nobody wants to grow anymore.
I do think that that's a little messed up that people have that mentality these days. But I don't know. As a woman in my 30s, you should be built. You should be grown already. Like, because I feel like, what have you been doing all this time? At 35. Like, and just saying if I'm dating somebody that's the same age as me. Like,
but 35. Okay, listen. Do y'all realize? So if a man went to college or trade school or whatever, right out of college, what you graduate high school 18, you go to college. Say if you go 4 years, maybe you 22, 23, something like that, and then you find a job or a career, whatever, it takes time to work your way up, right? So you work yourself up, and then by the time you get to, you're at least stable. So you should be stable. You should be able to provide a roof over your head. Maybe take it. There are people who are that age and have to have multiple roommates in order to afford rent, because in some places rent is just astronomical, right? But you should be able to be stable enough to be able to provide a roof over your head and take care of yourself if it's just you. So, I mean, that would mean stable. But I think a lot of these women think that these men should be on some type of rich status. Like they should be making $100,000 at 35, or making $200,000 at 35. We're not talking about the bare minimum. Yes, you should be able to have an apartment, maybe have a car, and maintain your life. You're not rich by no means. You're still working towards it. But they be thinking that a man should be able to make $100,000 at 35 or younger or more and really have all of this stuff going on, when majority of them don't even make that. A majority of women don't even make, majority of people in general don't make $100,000. So this is why I say the expectations that women have for men is through the roof, but they don't realize, and just because some of these women have been able to make more, it is not the majority. But they look at it as like, oh, you should be where I am. And it don't work like that, because a lot of women are using sex work to get up to a lot of money. A lot of women are finessing men to get what they want. A lot of men have other resources. A lot of women have other resources and tools to help them get to where they want to get. But it don't work the same when it comes to men. Men have to get their money a totally different way. Men can't rely on taking sexy pictures on the internet and making money from it. Men can't rely on social media and OF to go out and toot their asses in the air and make a lot of money. They can't rely on that. See, women have other avenues to where they can, whether it's respectful or not, they still have other avenues to where they can make a substantial amount of money, and that's still not the majority of them. So these particular women, they may have been able to do it, but it don't work the same for men. And when men say men and women are different, they're different in many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Nightcall 411 says, chat, remember all women are the exception. So what affects all men and the world, all women are exempt from anything other than positive vibes. That's crazy. Thank you, Nightcall. I appreciate you once again. Quick 504, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat. Says, what about the mystery of the studs? Women wearing lace fronts under bonnets and wear hoodies in 100-degree heat. Child. Lord have mercy. These women, these ladies are undercover lesbians. This one in particular said her podcast that she originally wanted to be single mother after having a baby. Crazy. Child, I wouldn't put it past you. Thank you, Quick 504. I appreciate you for the super chat. Y'all, let's continue.
Like, what have you been doing all this time to where I need to work with you while you build? Mm-hmm. I think that when women are in their 20s,
it's not work with you while you build. It's work with y'all. Work together. Y'all work together. You create a common ground. You work together and you build together. That's the whole point of marrying when you're young. That way you establish a certain way of living together. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you decide on what you want your life to be and what you want to attain and how you're going to go about it. Having a woman there and a man, and both of you figure out how you're going to maneuver this. That's how you get to where you see couples who talk about this all the time. They started out, they both were in college, right? Y'all didn't make no money in college. You in college. You working your way up. You get a job, she get a job, y'all work together. You get a little small apartment that was, cheap back in the day, $500 a month. Y'all start there. You start building and deciding what y'all want in your life collectively. And you work on it. Years later, fast forward, now he's got a really good job or have his own firm or practice business, whatever, making really good money. She has hers, or however they decide to go about it. They work together. They built it together. Now they have it together. So it's not an issue of who have what. I got more money than you, or you got more money, because y'all built it together. You do that when you know you want a stable foundation and a stable relationship with the person. That's when building together makes sense. And now, if you don't care about, if your priorities are not building with a man, then you're going to go out and do what you're going to do solo. But when women do it solo, then it creates a whole nother situation. And the situation that we're seeing now is women become entitled because they had to work hard for theirs, as if men don't work hard for theirs. They expect more from a man than they deserve. They want you to come in and do the most. Even though women don't build with the man, they still expect the man to come in and pay all their bills and do the most for them. But if you ask them to help and contribute, they don't want to do it. Oh, that's a man's job. Go like what? Anyway, let's continue.
That's unrealistic because y'all are both trying to figure things out.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that we still can't grow together. That's what I'm talking about. But you should have something that you already coming with. Yeah. I shouldn't just be over here like, okay, well, he got to get it together. Let me just stick it out with him.
I don't think nobody should be there to get it together. Look, if we right out of college or hey, I'm trying to grow this right here. Okay, this is what we try to do. But I agree. I mean, but sometimes it's really hard because sometimes it takes people longer than others. Sometimes where some people can figure it out at 22, some people maybe at 25, some people might take them 30. It's kind of like maturing. Yeah, some kids mature a lot sooner than others. Yeah. And some like, well, damn, he was mature at 13, 14, and here you are 25 and you still ain't mature.
Yeah, and I think it's different when you're growing with the person that you've been with for a long time, or even if something is to happen, because you have situations where a woman is with a man and he's doing amazing, and then something ends up happening that's life altering, and then y'all are not in the same financial space that y'all once were in, and you gotta, be there for him while he gets it back.
Get back on his feet. Okay.
Get it back to where it was. I think that's okay. And that's understandable, especially in a marriage.
Yeah, I just feel like when it comes to these money conversations,
they tough.
It really gets extremely interesting. But I also feel like when you're in a relationship, like being like this ride or die thing, like they try to put on black women, they make us feel so bad for it. But again, I'm about to be 37.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying that you have to be worth, $1 million, but also you gotta have some money coming in.
They gotta be worth at least $1 million. Who you fooling?
Well,
she ain't fooling.
Come on, go and toast this.
You see who said that and who didn't.
Well, okay, but this is what I'm saying though. You have to have some money coming in, right? Mm-hmm. Because my thing is, we are in this age where everybody's like, oh, I want to start from the bottom and I want to grind, I want to go get it. Hey, when I quit my job, when Poor Minds was taking off, they literally had to force me out that job.
Yeah.
They were like, you can't be here no more. You don't have the time. And I was like, I want my consistent check.
Yes.
Y'all have to follow your dreams and go to work.
Yes.
I'm not supporting nobody that's not supporting themselves. Okay. So I do think that you can ride or die with somebody or whatever you want to do, hold it down. But y'all need to be making some money now.
Yeah, but we need to be riding.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to die.
I done died 4 times.
Exactly.
Why we gotta die?
Yeah,
exactly.
I died a lot in my 20s. Niggas. I ain't dying no more, Shay Shay. I done had enough.
Ain't nobody splitting no bills.
No. I mean, I will say this. I used to say that, but I do feel like once you get to a certain level of money, who really cares? Like, I don't think rich people have conversations about that. I ain't rich yet. But I don't think rich couples, when the woman is making money and the man is making a lot of money, I don't think they're arguing about who paying the light bill.
Okay. Literally. I think those conversations about splitting the bills are so I
think they think the conversations about splitting bills, it's so minute. But what if you had a man that was a millionaire and you're not, and you work and you make good money, he still asks you to split bills? Do y'all think most women would want to split the bills? If the man made, just say $1 million a year, because they snarl at $1 million a year, child. What's her name? The Olympic girl. What's the Olympic athlete? What is her name? Simone Biles. They call her husband a deadbeat or something like that because he made $1 million a year, and they're snarling at $1 million a year when they know nobody in their lifetime has ever seen $1 million. So, but they're saying, he's dusty because he makes $1 million a year. So even so they think that ain't nothing, right? So even if a man made $1 million a year and you made 200,000 and a woman made 200,000 a year, right? And he asked her, look, we're going to go half on these bills because you want too much, yada, yada, yada. This is what you want, but we're going to pay half. Let's see if how that conversation goes if he asked you to pay half of those bills? Would you want to do it, or do you think women would want to pay half of the bills, even if the man made $1 million a year and you made $200,000 a year? Would that be a conversation then? Would you want to go half then? They probably wouldn't. See, it's only an issue if a man is asking them to go half. If he makes the majority of the money, you don't want to pay anything. You want him to pay it all. So either way you try to slice it, it's going to be, women are always going to want more. Bottom line, they're going to always want more. If you make more, they're going to want you to pay all the bills, not some of the bills, or the majority. They want you to still pay it all. And honestly, most women in this day and age are looking for that. They're looking for a free ride. You're looking for a man to pay it. I don't care how well you do financially. You still want a man to come and pay all the bills. And these women aren't willing to give what these men want in return. Usually, and I said this before, usually a man paying all the bills meant that he gets a stay-at-home wife. He gets a woman who's cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids, who's relegated to the household. That's how the traditional relationship works. These ain't no traditional women. These women want to work. They want to do what they want to do, come and go the way they want. They want trips and all this, and they want you to pay for it all. So, no, if you make good money, why you can't pay for stuff? You know what I'm saying? And if y'all working together, I would agree that if y'all are working together, it shouldn't matter about the money. But the only time the money really matters is when women are making it. See, as long as the men were the breadwinners and making the money, you don't hear these conversations. But soon as women start making the money, it's about, you want me to go 50? What? They make the money, but they don't want to spend it. They still want you to pay for it all. Azul Maswala, thank you once again for the super chat, says, now, having a job is lame. You got to own a company and an estate to be considered worthy and pay everything while she travels. Right. That's unrealistic to me. I just don't agree with that. I think that's stupid. That ain't working together. That's somebody being selfish, Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Let's continue.
For people who need to split the bill.
Right. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with splitting the bills, but the type of lifestyle that I imagine myself whenever I'm married and I'm having kids, that's not what I've ever imagined for myself. It's not going to be like, oh my gosh, I paid it this month, you paid it. Just take it out the pot. Right. It's a lot more where that came from.
We going to have a joint account.
Come on,
so.
Oh, we are? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we going to have a.
Yeah. Okay, just checking, just making sure we on the same page. Because everything ain't good.
No, everything ain't going to be.
Ain't being done in this pot.
No.
Come on now.
This ain't no gumbo.
We see it. Try to make us feel bad for being a certain age and being unmarried. That's not an insult to me. I'm having a ball, baby. I'm having a great time.
What's above the ball?
A dick. Yes, we outside having a dick.
Come on.
It's above a ball when you having
a dick.
You went outside and you had a ball, right?
Yeah.
But what if you have more than a ball?
It's what's above the ball.
The dick. We outside having a dick all summer, Shay. It's
for the rest of our lives.
I'm telling you. So until I get married, which I know it'll happen for me one day. I do want to be married. I'm going to make somebody extremely happy.
Right.
But you're not insulting me by being like, oh, this is why she's unmarried. Baby, I'm having a dick.
And the men who be saying that don't be men we would want to be married to.
You know what? See.
And the men that I really like, they be like, man.
She fun. They
get me. They understand me. So I'm happy.
Well, I mean, look, no shade to her, but the men that really, really like you, how much do they really like you? They're not trying to marry you, though. They think you cool and funny, but they're not really into you like that. The men that you like ain't really into you like that because you will be married by now. Y'all got to think about it. A lot of women just be talking, but the real nitty gritty, it shows. The real proof shows. If you want to be married, and most women want to be married. All this shit they be talking, they really want to be married. But if the men that you like think you cool and you'll be a great wife, they would have married you. Men don't play around with the women that they choose. When a man sees your value for real and the value that he sees in you, and if he sees you as his wife, he gonna propose to you. Now, if you don't accept him, that's on you. But men don't waste time with stuff like that. I'm telling you, men don't waste time with stuff like that. If you find a woman that you are into and you know that this woman is marriage minded and you see the qualities that you like in her, they ain't wasting no time. They don't play around because they're not going to let her slide. They're not going to let her go. They're going to marry her if that's what they want to do. So, yeah, if you have all these good qualities as a woman and you around these men that you like and they're not taking you seriously, baby, they don't want you, period. And women just think most black women will never get married. A lot of them aren't married, and the ones that are married, they're divorcing. And so the ones that's left, most of them won't ever be married. So women think in their mind it's going to happen, but they don't, the way you talk, the way you move, the way you do things, the way you think, It's all a reflection of you and how men view you and how men look at you. And women don't realize how men look at women and how men determine who they want to marry versus who they want to play with. And this is why a lot of these women are single. And you could just be single, enjoy your life. Don't worry about it. But that's what it is. A lot of women don't realize. That's why they 30, 37, damn, they're 40 years old, 50 years old, still out here hoping and praying that they find their king. But if you say the men around you that you like, they see you and they're like, oh, you cool. That's all they saying, child. A man that sees value in you ain't just saying you cool. He's like, no, that's going to be my wife. And they grab you up. So they ain't grabbing you up. I would beg to something else ain't right. Latrell M, thank you for the super chat, says, some women fail to understand that a man's purpose isn't a woman. Right. It's his health, mission, discipline, and kingdom. Right. And that's hard for some women to grasp because they think that a man should be centered around them, that he should be worshiping them and chasing them and obsessed with them. Women get a kick out of a man being obsessed with them. So they don't understand that. They don't understand the purpose of a man. They think a man should only be focused on them when no, in order for him to be a man and do what he needs to do and as a man, he can't be just focused on the woman. A woman is a part of his life and she's a asset, but that's not his main focus. And they don't understand that. Thank you, Latrell. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. Let's move on, you guys. I have another clip that I want to share with y'all.
Hey, is it good now, Ashley?
Let's get into it, y'all. Hit the like button.
Hey, is it good now, Ashley?
Hi, Anaya. Yes, it's good.
Good?
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome into, okay, do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
My name is Anaya. I'm from New York. I'm 18.
Okay.
And I had recently met this boy, and, we was getting to know each other and
Hold
stuff
on,
like
Anaya, can you turn down the TV just a bit?
Oh, yes.
Yes, okay.
Wait. Okay, so I had recently met this boy, and tomorrow we're having a picnic date. Something calm. I had like an outfit in mind, like just.
How old is boy?
He's my age.
Okay.
He's my age. And yeah, I had an outfit in mind, like something calm. It was like a little dress, like a bodycon dress, like a dress that like snatches, that. Cause that's
how are we wearing a bodycon snatch dress for a picnic?
I don't know, something calm. But I had other idea as well.
Is that comfortable to be in a bodycon fitted dress to sit down on the grass for a picnic? Okay. So like fit and flare.
Yeah, basically, and it's like long. I'll show you.
Okay.
It's 3 of them, but but the thing is, they're all like different colors of gray. If that's okay. Hold on. Let me stand up. Okay, the first, it's like long.
Okay. I wouldn't think that outfit when I think of picnic.
Picnic? Okay.
I don't think of that when I think of picnic. No.
Okay. And then I got this like capri set polka dot thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was gonna wear like sandals with it because I had my toes done.
Okay. Now that outfit, I can see you're gonna be spilling out of that because you seem curvy, Anaya.
Yeah, my mom don't play that. So.
Well, in that outfit, I don't know. That looks like it's tight, it's low, the back's gonna be out and the front is gonna be showing. That's what that gives.
Okay. Should I like put it on and stuff just to see?
No, I think we know. No. What else do we have?
I had just like dresses and stuff, and I was gonna go to the store like tomorrow and just get anything, just like get anything that's needed.
Listen, who pointed out, let's see, 18 and calling Ashley and not her father, shaking my head. Very good point. I think it shows what's lacking when we see this. And I don't think these people are thinking about this at all. But yeah, first of all, and no diss to Ashley, no shout out to Ashley, actually, because I think we need something to balance all of this. We need somebody to help. And I think she's doing a great job as far as helping in that way, because we need somebody to do something, because clearly the fathers aren't there. The mothers aren't doing a really good job with teaching their daughters appropriate ways to dress and really spearheading this whole thing. you would think that you wouldn't have to go on to social media to ask people about these things. Your parents are the ones that you would refer to as to what's appropriate and what's not. And if you really like teaching them about this already, they would automatically know. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying this, listen, we all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. No, there's no perfect parents. But your children, if you're raising them a certain way, you know, they gravitate to that. Now maybe in some situations some kids just want to rebel and do their own thing. That's a real thing, right? No matter how great of a parent you are, some children just want to rebel and do their own thing, right? And I get that, but what I'm saying, core values, you teach your daughters how to respect themselves, teach your sons how to be respectable young men, how to approach people in general. You know what I mean? And how you should show up and how you should, don't sag your pants, you know, put your belt on. Like we've never had to tell our sons to not sag because they were raised with wearing a belt. You know, they were raised watching their father wear suits to work and wear pants with his belt on. So you have to lead by example. You see what your father is doing and you emulate that, right? It's never was an issue because they have a father who they're emulating. And it is what it is. When they go to work or they get up, they put a belt. Their pants ain't sagging. We never had no children sagging pants. Daughters know what's appropriate to wear. They don't wear dresses with their bodies exposed, or you know, you don't have to tell them, hey, that's inappropriate, because you're there to guide them. Even if they venture off a little, you're there to say, nah, that don't look good, that's inappropriate, no, you can wear this, that's acceptable, or yada yada. That's what the parents are for. That's why you have parents, to help guide you as you're being raised up, not to just let you do whatever, and then once it's gotten out of hand, now you're wondering how they got there. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense, y'all. Let's continue.
That's why I came up here.
Okay, so I think at that age, when you're 18 and 18, we have raging hormones. I think a two-piece cute set would be appropriate for your age. At 18, no skirts, no dresses with boys. Just them. No, two-piece set, pants, all pink, a Lulu set for the grass.
Okay.
Okay,
yes.
A set.
Okay.
A capri set. Pants, zip up.
I want to hear that.
Okay. So, are you going to be on tomorrow? Because in the morning, I'm supposed to be getting like the stuff, you know, the outfits and stuff. So.
Okay. Are you going to like a Rainbow, one of those little shops?
Yeah, like downtown Manhattan, like
okay, or a sundress, a really long sundress. Get you a nice sundress or two-piece set. Sundresses, they cling a little bit, but they're long. A floral dress, yes, floral. Okay. The ones that fit at the top and they flare, they go all the way down. Past the knee, really long.
One is yellow.
Oh, you have one?
Yes, it's in my room. I will have to go get it.
Okay, okay, that's fine if you want to, sure.
Okay, would you want me to try it on or no? We see it first.
Let's see it first.
Okay.
Let me see what's on here. I'm here, yeah.
Hello?
What did she just say?
Anaya.
Yes.
Anaya.
Yes.
Oh, we already outside. I see it from the page.
Like, okay.
Hello to whoever's there. Hi. Hey, to whoever's there. Hello. Hi.
It's Mom.
Hi, Mom. It's already looking like we outside, Mom, from the TikTok page.
Why? I wonder if the mother feels uncomfortable with her daughter going on to a stranger, asking her about dresses and things she should wear. Girl, I thought that's what the mothers are for. I love me and my daughters, you know, they had a graduation not too long ago, and we got together and looked at dresses to pick out dresses for the graduation. I love getting with my daughters and helping them pick out certain dresses for things or this. I love doing that. I would feel weirded out if my daughters didn't have enough trust in me to help me, or didn't want me. I don't know if it's not a one thing, but going to somebody else to ask them for advice about what to wear for certain things. I wonder if the mother feels slighted. Like what? Why does your daughter have to go to a stranger to ask them about outfits for certain things. That's what your mother's supposed to. You and your mother's supposed to look at dresses, go shopping, go dress shopping, and try on different dresses and make it a date and have fun doing that and pick out things that are appropriate versus what's inappropriate. That's what your daughters would look at you as a role model. Like, oh yes, I trust that my mom is going to pick something great. It's going to look good, but it's also going to be appropriate. And I love that. Like that is weird. I would feel slighted. I would feel some type of way if my daughters had to go to a stranger to ask that. That's why I'm here. Like, so why? I don't know. That's just me, y'all. Let's continue.
Well, from the TikTok page, Mom. I'm snitching. If Mom didn't see it already.
Yeah, she did. She's on my TikTok page, yeah.
Oh, okay. It looked like we already outside.
Yeah, No, but
are we going to college?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
what are we studying for college?
Psychology.
Okay, are you starting did you start the semester already?
No, not yet.
Okay, when do you start?
In next year.
Okay, next year. So what's your dreams and aspirations? Outside of boys and dating, what are your dreams and aspirations? Like, what do you want to be? Do you want to work in fashion, beauty, tech, scientist? What is it that you want to be?
I want to be a therapist, but right now I'm working in healthcare right now. I work in a hospital, so.
Okay. So therapist. So that's why you're going to school for psychology. Okay. So I also want you to have some goals for yourself if you don't have those already. Okay. Because already from what I'm seeing from the page for 18, I think you're already living fast. That's from what I see on the page. It gives me that impression.
Yes.
And I hate to see young 18-year-old beautiful Black women living fast.
Yes.
Okay, so you have your whole life ahead of you. I'm not saying you can't date boys. Of course, your mom approves that. I'm not saying that, but I want you to have some goals about yourself. It's very important that I say that to you.
Yes. It's all love. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you want to show us the dress that you have with us? Okay.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Hold
on. So it's just this little dress and it's flowy at the end.
Okay, that's cutesy. Yeah. That works. That's better. But it look a little small. Let me see what size is that one, because you're curvy.
My grandmother picked it out.
Okay.
It's
so fit and flare. Those styles will look good on you for your body type. You don't need anything too clingy because you already have body. So it's still gonna show, but it doesn't need to cling. Okay? So that style specifically, bright colors. I like the yellow, I like red, I like white, I like pink. Those type of things.
Yes. Okay, yeah. All my pink dresses is body con dresses. So.
Okay, so we need to mix it up. Everything doesn't need to be body con. We don't always have to lead with body. Again, you can still show body even with a sundress, something fit and flare.
Yeah, my mom agrees. She's over here.
Yeah, everything doesn't have to be fitted. Okay, because I don't want people to see you and think, oh, that's all there is. No, she's smart too. That's important.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Anaya, keep us posted, please.
Okay, I don't think Anaya was fully hearing Ashley. I don't. I think she hearing it, but not really, because she thinks those things are flattering and she wants to wear them. I think there is a difference between what's classy and what's trashy. I think, a lot of women think everything has to be hugging every curve and so tight and all that. It doesn't have to be that way. You could see a woman in a nice flowy dress that's loose and she looks sexy as hell. It's how she presents herself. It's not just what you wear, but it's how you wear it, how you present yourself. It's a whole lot of things that contribute to sex appeal, in my opinion. How she moves, how she carries herself, how people look at her and respect her, and all of these things. It's not just about wearing sexy clothes, because soon as you wear clothes that's considered sexy, all tight, men are going to look at you in a certain way or put you in a certain category, because they look at that as, oh, you're trying too hard, you're looking for attention, and they're going to give you the attention that you want. It doesn't scream classy and respectful, so it's a way to do it. I don't think that you should always have to be covered up from head to toe, but it's how you do it. Hell, a woman could be turtleneck dress all the way down and looks sexier than any woman who's wearing a so-called sexy dress and thinks she's popping. So it's the way you put it together, how you present yourself. It's a whole lot of things that go with that. And I think that's something that young women need to be taught early on by your mother. Your mother needs to be telling you these things. Your mother is the one who set the stage. And she needs to be an example of what she's telling you. She can't be running around dressing like a hoe and then wondering why you want to dress like a hoe. No, because you're setting the example as the mother. They look up to you whether you believe it, whether you realize it or not. You set the standard. So if you can wear dresses that are skin tight, they're going to want to emulate that. But if you can show yourself in a respectful, classy manner, they will want to follow it. You women, your mother set the tone. But if you're not doing that, then you can't be surprised. That's probably why they don't say much and why these women go to other women, because they may have seen an example that they're not fully, okay with, and then they want to get an outside perspective. That could be the reason why. I don't know. Night Call 411, once again, thank you for the super chat, says the mother is in the room with her daughter and is aware of her daughter's TikTok. Exactly. So what it leads you to believe is that she don't have a problem with it. She doesn't have a problem with it if you're sitting there, and if she does have a problem with it, the daughter doesn't respect her opinions. Her daughter don't respect what she said because she's still doing it. So that's why she's asking somebody, a stranger, for advice. Because if you valued what your mother is saying, if she's going against it, you would need to go for outside advice. You have a mother to give you that advice. You would need to go to Ashley or anybody else. So that says a lot. Thank you, Night Call 411. Once again, I appreciate you. She should have had something appropriately on before coming on there. Yeah, honestly, I think her mom don't know much about fashion. So that's why she's calling Ashley. I'm just assuming. You don't have to know about fashion, but you know what's appropriate. I'm not that good. I'm not that great I'm not a fashionista either. I'm not good with fashion either, but I know what's appropriate. I know what is respectful and what is not. But I wouldn't consider myself a fashionista. So yeah, I look towards like women who are in that realm, like fashion, to get some tips and some tricks from. But I also know I'm not gonna wear a hoochie skirt. I'm not gonna wear a dress that's so skin tight, every little crack is showing. No, I understand what's appropriate and what's not. So I think there's a difference between being into fashion versus what is appropriate and what is not. What makes you look like a hoochie versus something that makes you look like a respectable woman. It's like when we saw those videos of the girls going to prom. These young girls are prom age. They're wearing dresses that are over the top, some of them some of them so risque. It's not appropriate for a 16, 17-year-old. But their parents are okay with it, so they're going to be okay with it. They think it's okay. No, what I see as an appropriate prom dress may not be what's acceptable to these modern moms and modern women, because I understand what's appropriate for a prom dress for a young girl. These are not adults. These are young girls. So there's a difference, in my opinion. Let's move on. I have one more clip I want to share with you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button, hit the like button, y'all. Let's see here. Check this out.
So Jamal Bryant out there, he's complaining, y'all. Jamal Bryant is complaining about the giving at the church. All them tithes and offerings is drying up. Oh, and Jamal Bryant is he has a reason why it's drying up, y'all. I want y'all to hear what Jamal Bryant has to say, and
shout out to
let's get
Scott,
with it.
y'all.
The average black church giving in America is down by 12 to 14%. Nobody's talking about it. Giving and stewardship and tithes is down in the average black church from 12 to 14%. You want to know why? In part, because almost 400,000 black women have lost their jobs in the erasure of DEI and Trump administration blatant fear of brilliant and beautiful black women. They are always attacked. They're always vilified. They're always targeted. And they're always resilient.
But you heard Jamal Bryant say that because a lot of black women been laid off from their jobs and they have to watch their spending, some of them have not got jobs, they're still looking, giving in the church is down. Now, why is that statistic important and why he brought up black women. Black men also have lost their jobs. But black women, and it's been definitely researched and proven, that more of them are in the black church than black men. And if black women don't have jobs, they can't give money to the church. Hence the why he said the giving is down by 12 to 14%. Now, if you're worrying about the giving so much, this is the time that you need to give back to those black women that are giving to you. Those black women have been paying tithes and offerings to your church and a lot of these other black churches. But where are you in their time of need, right? Listen, giving money to these churches, you done better opening you up a Robinhood account, taking 10% of your salary, putting it up in a Robinhood account, choosing whatever stocks or whatever you like to choose, and just leave it there. If anything, or a high yield savings account if you want to, whatever, mutual fund, whatever. If you took 10% for the next 3 years, watch how much money you're going to have versus giving it to Jamal Bryant. Let me tell you something. You're going to do something for God, you go out there and do it. That's what you go do. Jamal Bryant is not out here, or any of these black preachers. They're up here bullying it up. They're up here with the Democrat Party. And you know what? God gonna take care of those black women. He already.
Listen, I will say this. You know, I've experienced this. We've experienced this for real with churches and pastors and stuff like that. Talking about the tithes are down. When they've made millions of dollars off these poor people. The majority of the people in these churches are poor. A lot of these ladies in the churches are on fixed incomes with Social Security, and y'all are depending on all of their resources to make y'all rich, and y'all could take care of y'all families off that money, and your kids go to college, don't have to pay anything. And a lot of these kids may not even go to college, and if they do, they got student loan debt. So it's like it's a sham, a scam in the game, in my opinion. If you can come out here and talk about tithes are down, and you know that the majority of these women who attend your church and who are members have lost work, why don't you pour into those women? I thought that was a good example of how you can give back. Now that these people are down, now that they're struggling, or maybe that they don't have the extra funds, this would be the perfect time for the church to show up and show out for their members. Hey, they've been giving to y'all for years and years and years. Why can't you turn around and help them out? If it's all about God and being God-like and Christ-like and we all for helping each other, why can't they ever help the members? You know, we've been a part of a church like that where they got so much millions off the people, and when the people needed help, they couldn't help them. So if you know that instead of shifting blame on somebody for these women losing their jobs, can you help them out? Especially the members of your church who have poured into your church for years. But it's a lie, joke, in the game. All they want to do is benefit off these people, and that's it. They ain't no real help in return. Oh, they're asking for your tithes and your money to benefit them in the name of Jesus. But then you can't refer to them to help you in the name of Jesus. They tell you go to God in prayer. Where prayer is not bringing you the money that you need to help you, and if prayer is the only thing you need, then they shouldn't be complaining about not giving the tithes, because God is going to help them in prayer. You don't really need the physical money to do what you need, right? God going to make a way somehow, right? Use what they tell you on them. So if you want me to depend on God, I need you to depend on God too, because we ain't got it. We ain't got the money to give you the tithe. So depend on God to get it some other way. How about that? What's wrong with that? That's what y'all tell us to do. That's what you tell the church people to do. But you ain't gonna want to hear that then. That's because y'all got actual bills and y'all depend on that money for your survival, even though they try to make you think they don't, child. It's a mess. So let's continue.
They're taking care of them. And have you ever thought that just maybe all that giving that's being taken away from you, because don't they say the Lord give and the Lord take away too? Maybe the Lord has taken away that giving away from you to show you something. You ever thought about that, Jamal? Maybe he's trying to show you something about faith, right? And then don't be putting your faith in woman, put your faith in God to supply the needs, right? You shouldn't be thinking about no giving of a church. You should be focused on thus saith the Lord. The Lord can do all these things for you. But see, that's the thing. I told y'all a long time ago, the black church siphons money out of the black community.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
They don't take that money in and say, okay, let's go do some things in our local community to make things better. Make it a
Well, they do just a little bit. And the little bit that they do, they use the community to do it. I'll never forget being a part of a mega church and they would do a food drive. But guess who was providing the food? The very people of the community. So the people in the community are the ones who got together and got food and worked together and got the foods that was needed to feed themselves. They're feeding themselves. They feed their own community. It wasn't the church who actually was doing the most. It was the people doing it for themselves with the church looking like they're spearheading it. It was the crazy shit ever. And people be so locked in, they don't even realize or recognize what's happening. I've seen it with my own two eyes. The community members are the ones, they get together. Oh, sister such and such, you gonna cook this. Sister such and such, you gonna bring the chicken. You gonna bring the this. They do it for they feed themselves. And the church just sit there and say, oh, it's our church. Feed the community church. And y'all didn't put a dime in. And y'all told them to do it, child. And they be happy to do it because it's like we're good stewards of the Lord. Our pastors and they asked us to do it and we gotta be obedient. Y'all, they fed themselves. Let's continue.
A better place. I would have no problem if that's all they were doing. But that's not what a lot of them are doing. I've covered this situation about these churches for years. And I'm not anti-God at all. I love God. I'm not anti-prayer. I'm not anti-helping people. I'm not anti-giving to people. I'm not any of that. Because if you want to take 10% of your salary and you find a brother or sister or somebody you want to help, a child, I'd rather you take your 10% and go do that. Hey, okay, you see somebody at the grocery store, God press upon your heart to go pay for their groceries. I'd rather you do that because you know what? Your money is going to go exactly where you want it to go to help that family that day.
I 100% agree with what he's saying. I've said this several times. I would rather give the money directly to the person in need. Because when you give it to them, they're gonna do what they want with it. No, if you really want to help somebody, give it directly to the person who needs it. If that's what you want to do. You need some food here. Go get what you need. Boom, because you know they're actually going to benefit from it versus giving it to these pastors and stuff and they allocate the money to wherever they want it. It ain't really helping nobody but them. Let's continue.
You want to go give a waitress as a tip in cash. Make sure it's in cash. 10%, because when you do card, they don't give it to them a lot of times, or they split it up. So if you're going to give a tip, make sure you go get some cash money. You go and get your 10% in cash, and you want to go bless a waitress maybe you saw before, look like she's having a hard time, and then you can give her tip in her hand and say, hey, I want to bless you with this. You can do that. I'd rather y'all do that. Give that 10% to somebody in need in your local community.
Right.
Than giving it to people like Jamal Bryant. Because at least you know the money went in a good place. It truly helped that person at that time period. Right? That's what happened. With all this mess about these black churches, and they are nothing but Democrat operatives. That's all they are anyway.
Listen, I agree. I'm gonna leave it here, y'all. I agree, and it's just a hot mess, and we see it happening. Like I said, a lot of things have been exposed, and you can accept it for what it is and move accordingly, or you don't have to. You can do what you want to do, but for people who are paying attention, people know what it is. Alan asked, where is the money really going? The true please. For the churches, they put that money in their pockets. They buying Benzes and whatever they want, house. Hell, a lot of those pastors are buying houses for their kids and cars they're taking care of their families. They're doing all of this with this money, and then they rarely give anything back to the community for real. And I just think people need to wake up and realize what's happening. And you do better taking your money and doing something to benefit you and your family, because at the end of the day, I've been in a mega church, and a majority of the people be struggling to pay their bills. People struggling to meet rent and be needing certain things in the household, be struggling, and they make sure they are loyal to these churches and give their money to the churches when they need to be investing in themselves, because those churches are not turning around and helping the very people that help them get rich. And then you watch their children go to college, their children buy houses, their children benefit off the money that you've given and your kids, and you are still struggling. So no, I don't think that that's what you should be doing. You should, yeah, Drewski did expose it. Exactly. Stop pimping the church. Jesus drives out the merchants and money changers from the church. His father's house church is a house of prayer. Matthew 21, 12, 13. Yeah, I just think you have to be a little bit wiser, be careful. Because listen, and look, I came from Hurricane Katrina, right? We came from Hurricane Katrina. During that whole ordeal, there were smaller churches who actually helped out a lot. The big mega church that we attended didn't do a goddamn thing. They got in their planes or whatever and they left. They didn't really do anything, but it was a couple of small churches who were actually looking to help people, who actually stayed behind and actually helped people. If anything, I think a lot of those smaller churches did way more than the big mega church ever could have done, which the bigger mega church could have done more, but they did not. The small churches are the ones who actually looked out for some of the people and helped some of the folks locally that they could. And so, and that's what we experienced through that all. And so it just gives you a different outlook on churches, especially big churches, and how they move. Shout out to Alan Walker for the Cash App. I appreciate you. I did see that come through. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Also, shout out to Perry Jones for the $5 Cash App as well. I appreciate you, bro. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. But yeah, I just think, there are a lot of people who still support churches, but a lot of people have walked away. I know people personally who walked away from certain churches because of this very thing. They were faithful tithe members of the church and supporting the church for some of them 20 years. And then they finally had an issue with the job, lost their job and needed a little boost, went to the church couldn't give them nothing. And that hurt those folks. And they literally walked away from. They were losing members, and even to the point where the pastor had to come out and say, "Hey, we're losing members," and it was a grandstand. It was no empathy for the people, but we gonna be all right. It made it seem like something was wrong with the people who decided to leave because they realized that this church didn't care about them. It was all about gaining and not really giving back to the people. So yeah, we've actually witnessed it in real time. JSU Tiger 07, thank you for the super chat, says the jig is up for these pastors, time to get a job. Right. But thank you, JSU Tiger 07. A lot of them will always say, look, I don't need this church money. Well, stop taking the tithes then. Let the people keep their tithes money and tell them to invest that into themselves. If you don't need it, don't take it then. You don't have to, ain't nobody forcing you to take it, give it back. And that way you show that you can take care of yourself, that you will be successful without all of this. Then go ahead and stop asking the people for their tithes and stop complaining about when the church tithes are down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a bunch of bull, and this is not all church. Because what I will say, I said this before, some of the smaller churches are actually the one. I've been in a church, and this wasn't a Christian church. This was I forget a Pentecostal church, I think, where the lady was in need of something, and they raised the church money and gave that lady the basket of money, 2 baskets of money. Like, they handed it all over to her. The pastor didn't dip some out before he handed it to her. They didn't count it up and say, hold on, we got to give her a little percentage. No, they gave her the money and said, hey, go help what you need the help for. See, a lot of these big mega churches don't do that because they don't want to lose out. Thank you, JSU Tiger. I appreciate it. They don't want to lose out. They want it all for themselves and for their families while your family is suffering. I walked away from my church back in 2022. Yeah, a lot of people walked away because they realized that it's all about self-gain. It's not about helping the community. It's about you getting the most out of these people because it's a business. And that's what it is. And when you start looking at it as such, it changes your whole perspective on it. And you start to move and think differently. So yeah, that's just my take on it, y'all. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Shout out to everybody in the building, everybody who supported the channel, everybody who watching. I appreciate you guys. Everybody in the chat, I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here and rocking with me, y'all. Make sure you guys are supporting the channel by watching the videos that are already posted. Go over and share and like them if you can. Hype them up if you can. I really appreciate if you did that. Make sure you keep your notification bell clicked to on so you'll be notified when I upload new content or go live, y'all. So make sure you are doing that as well. But shout out to everybody in the building, everybody who gave a super chat or cash app, or everybody who liked the stream. I appreciate you guys so much for that. Thank you so much for supporting. But listen, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Stay tuned for more, y'all. Y'all stay safe out here in these streets. I will catch y'all really, really soon. And y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. If I'm not on here, if I don't pop up Saturday or Sunday, I may pop up, I may not. But make sure you have that bell turned on so you will be notified if I do, right? So thank y'all once again for being here. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out here in the streets. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you really, really soon. Mwah. See you later. Bye.
It's DeeDee's reactions.